sea. Catching fish is where I'll be, come rain or sunny skies. I'm gonna grab my fishing line, yes, we're taking out some time. That's fishing. This has been a fishing tale, just like Jonah and the whale. No place I'd rather be. Yes, we're casting out a line, everybody's feeling fine. That's fishing. That's fishing. Yeah, that's fishing.
Okay, wait. Zip.
Hi and welcome to That's Fishing. Today we're here at Bright Lights Automotive talking to the owner, Paul. And the reason we're doing that is we're talking about LED lighting for our new boat, the Stabby 225. Now the boat hasn't got much in the way of lighting. We're going to refit the whole boat out with all these new lights. So stay tuned, come with us and go inside with Paul. Well guys, how you going? Now we're outside. We come to see Paul here, who owns this lovely business, and all he does is LED lights for boats, cars, trucks, caravans, anything and everything to do with LED lights. And Paul, you rang me up because you knew I got a new boat and you wanted to fit your product out on our boat.
Yep.
So what's the benefits of going to LED versus our old incandescent lamps?
They're pretty much chalk and cheese. Incandescent lamps are the older style.
Yep.
LEDs are the way of the future, and that's for many reasons. Longevity of the light.
Yep.
Vibration that you get on boats and cars and so forth, that is a big common thing that causes the effects of, you know, early death really of your lights.
Yep.
With LEDs, you got your power saving, pretty much 1/10 of the
Yep.
power consumed by an LED to give you the same brightness of a normal globe. You've got your cost saving over time because you don't have to put in bigger batteries or anything like that. You can
Yep.
still run your standard one battery.
Yep.
And you can light up everything. Pretty much the easiest way to explain it is if you had your anchor light and your port starboard light and that's all you had before,
Yep.
you can pretty much now have the same lights, but you can also have your work lights, your floodlight, your bait board light.
Okay.
And with all those lights on, you can be drawing the same amount of power as what you originally had just with those anchor light and port and starboard.
So the easiest way to put it is, the old system you draw that much power,
Yep.
with the new system you draw that much power.
Exactly.
And that means a lot. So that means no flat batteries,
Yep.
that means more long time out fishing,
Exactly.
and the way Eric drives his boat, the lane lasts longer.
Yeah.
Now, a lot of you guys have seen Eric's boat, Mad Dog Morgan's, and it was already fitted out with LED lights as well before we really knew you guys. Yep. And people just ask, how do we get all this LED lighting on? But now we know, don't we?
That's right. And if you know, we can have a look
Absolutely.
at the boat and we can see what suits what best.
Yep.
There's always, you know,
Something different.
Yeah, that's right. Something will maybe look good in a shop or something, but when you actually look at where it needs to go, you can really pinpoint what's going to work best in what area. And we do have the range here where you do have that choice.
And guys, look behind us, there is hundreds of them, literally hundreds. But what we're going to do now is we're going to quickly duck out and we're going to have a look out on our boat and
Yep.
we're going to put some products where we are going to put them.
Yep.
No,
Let's
like that
go out.
idea?
Yep,
Go,
that'll be fine.
let's go
Let's go.
guys. Right guys, now we're outside here on the boat. Paul, we're going to take all these new products and we're going to show you guys where Paul recommends to put these lights. Now, if you need any information about any of this kind of LED, go to thatsfishing.com.au and you go straight to Paul's link and he's got all the information. I think you even got a spot there, ask a question.
Yeah, that's correct.
Correct,
You,
yep.
you can click on any of the products that you actually see. It'll bring up a tech sheet of that product.
Okay.
So you can actually see what it compares to a normal, you know, halogen lamp and things like that.
all the tech stuff
Yeah.
that we don't really understand that much about.
Yeah, so we try and make it as plain and simple as possible.
Yep.
Basing everything to a standard halogen lamp, which pretty much everyone knows. But you can
Yep.
always email us and you can always call us.
That's great. Now, what you don't know is I was actually an electrician by trade, but not an auto electrician.
Yeah.
And my cousin, who's actually an auto electrician, says I'm not allowed to touch a boat, so I've got to take it all to Big Phil, and Big Phil's going to do it all for me.
Good.
But he's on another show. But let's get on the boat, mate, and we'll go through all these, okay?
No problems.
So we'll get on the boat. Righto, guys, I'm just going to show you up nice and close. This is full of all LED lights, okay? And what we're doing with this little one is we're going to use it on the bait board. Now, Paul, your suggestion was to put it up underneath because it's got a little protection thing here, and that's going to light up all over the bait board when we're chopping up with the knife.
That's right.
Now also, what we're going to be doing too is using exactly the same one, because you're giving us about 3 or 4 of them.
Yep.
We're putting it at the back behind you. You're probably thinking, why are we putting it at the behind the actual bait board? Well, when our stainless steel setup gets made here to hold all our rods, it's going to be lighting up the rod tips of a night time, so we can see all them little hits on the actual rods.
Yep.
Because when you haven't got enough light, we can't see the rods, and we're sort of looking like this, and it's a bit hard to see.
That's right. You don't see
stripes.
stripes.
We just
right.
don't
You're
see
going
it.
to lose your fish or your hook.
And Eric reckons I'm half blind at the best of time, but we won't go there. But all right, mate, we'll just go and we'll grab something else.
Yep.
We'll show you guys something else in just a minute.
Yep. No problems.
Right, guys, now we're inside the cabin where we do most of our work, I suppose. When
Yep.
we're driving along, you know, tying up leaders and all sorts of things. Well, you've come up with another good product for us.
Yep.
Now this particular product we're putting up here, we're removing this particular light. The reason why we're moving this light is this one, it's brighter, and it's also got a row of red LED lights inside it. Why do we need the red LED lights?
Because most of the people are fishing at night, obviously.
Yep.
And the thing is, with the red, you will find that most boat dashboards are red, and there is a reason behind it. The reason is because your eyes actually physically take less time to react back to the darkness if you visually are working in a red lighted environment. If it's actually a white light environment, when you walk from that white light out into the darkness, it actually takes you, maybe a good minute for your eyes to react back to your night vision.
Yep.
That's right. And with the red light, it actually takes you minimal.
So the transaction is much, much faster.
Yeah, from your littered area to the darkness, it's a lot quicker. So you can actually see and still react quickly to your rods and everything else. So it is a lot better to have a light where it actually does both purposes. You can select your white if you wish,
Yep.
or you can select the red.
That's a little switch on the bottom of there. We've got off in the middle, red to the left or right, whichever way it is,
Yep.
and white to the other side. And we were just trying it outside, or sorry, not outside, we were trying it on inside the shop, and it really is bright, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's quite bright,
Yeah.
red.
Yeah.
I'm quite amazed
Yeah,
by that.
they're ideal for in your cabin area,
Yep.
or actually in your sleepers. So there's many
Different areas
different
we can
areas.
use it.
Yeah.
Another great product, guys, so we should really, once again, back to doing the right thing on the boat and make sure we can, it's all better to do with better fishing for all of us.
Yeah.
I suppose.
Yeah.
All right, now what we're going to do, some floodlights.
Yeah, we'll do some floodlights on your rocket launchers
Yep.
and out the sides for those fish that like to creep up the side of the boat.
Yep.
So we'll have a look at those.
No worries. Hang on a minute.
That's fishing. Yeah, that's fishing.
Well, guys, we've got these little LED floodlights, and the reason we're going to be showing you these ones, because these ones are going to be mounted up here, just like that. And the reason we do that, so we can flood it out or move it to wherever or whatever angle we want. Now, they not only go from little ones like this, Paul,
Yeah.
you go to real big ones like this, which we're putting up on the roof of the boat, pointing out over the bow for those times that we need coming into the boat ramp, or we're looking, just all sorts of different areas we can use.
If you're coming into even a dock area
Yeah,
where there's
yeah.
multiple boats
On the
you go
boat trailer
forward.
as well.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
So we have that one's the baby
Yep.
of the family. This one's in the middle, and then we also
You should see the big one. It's huge.
it's got 100 LEDs.
Where would you use that? Seriously.
Yeah, on the roof of your 4-wheel drive.
Right.
That's probably the most common area, but
Yep.
also you know, if you want a lot of light,
It's light.
you can
It's
stick
bright.
you can stick it on your boat if you want.
He turned it on inside the shop before, and I'm fair income. I've still got dots in my eyes. I'm just unbelievable.
Yeah.
But these ones are going to really work out. And a die cast.
Die cast body.
Yep.
Polycarbonate lens.
So really, you can bash them up pretty good.
You can bash them well. We've actually got one in the showroom that we shot with a shotgun 4 times.
Yes.
Submersed it.
Yep.
Powder back up.
And still working.
Still working today.
And you don't believe it, it's inside his shop, and
Yeah,
I just had a look at it because I didn't believe him. It's got all these little marks all over it from, yeah.
It got shot well.
It did, didn't it?
It did. But
All right, let's have a look at the other floodlight that you got for us too, mate, which will light up the working area now.
Yep.
Right, guys, I was just talking about the other floodlight. This is a square floodlight, and it's a real big wide beam in all directions. Now the reason we're using these ones is we're putting them up here on the rocket launchers, and so we can angle them down so we can light up all the back of the boat. And also what we're going to be using them for is on the side of the boat, putting it on the side. And you're probably asking me, why are we putting them on the side of the boat? When you tie up to the dock and you want to get your gear on and off the boat, sometimes it's nice just to have that bit of light where you can put your gear in and out, or you're waiting for your mate to roll up with that slab.
That's right.
You don't want him to trip over with a bucket of ice, do you?
That's right, and you know about it, especially if you get a drop in the sink before you actually go for your night fish.
It's sad, pretty sad.
It is. It's going to be a miserable night. So just from one light, it's going to keep everyone happy.
Yes. Now also the good part about this light, mate, is you got a bracket.
That's right. You got two back brackets.
They go on the back here. You can mount, so you can flush mount them.
Yep. Or otherwise you can mount it like a normal spotlight. You can have your base mount.
You can go on there like that, and it swivels to whatever angle you like.
Yep.
Now all stainless steel parts too.
That's right. And you can mount those upside down,
Yep.
sideways.
You mount them upside down like that if you want.
Yep.
No good for me, hit me head.
Yeah, you don't want to hang them down too low. But in this kind of situation, it's perfect. It's perfect.
And especially while we're filming at night, and we're bound to do a lot of, and especially in this boat, we're going to be doing a lot of filming at night now, and there's much light as possible.
That's right.
That's why we've come to the LED expert.
Yeah. Well, that light will give you a comparison to like a normal car's headlight.
Yep.
It's a normal car's headlight for the power consumption of your normal interior light globe in your car.
Wow.
So that's a huge. Yeah, it is. And you know, when you think about that kind of power, you can stay out there all night. You know, with that running, and no problems at all. The boat's going to start.
Yep.
And it's going to be great. You're not going to be sitting in the dark.
Yep.
You're not going to be putting any hooks in your fingers either.
No,
so
that's it. Right, you're probably wondering why I'm down on my knees in the floor, and there's no rude comments there at all whatsoever, is there, Paul?
No, there's not.
Now, what are we doing with this flexible LED strip? Like, guys, like, fair income, it's as flexible as anything.
Yeah, and that's why we are down on the floor, because it is to actually light up the floor.
Yep.
And the biggest issue with trying to light up the floor is to not have the actual light going into your eyes while you're actually up and about fishing, because that is the worst thing, is, you know, you're walking around wondering where you are. But with this, because we can actually use this strip with the adhesive back, fully waterproof, can flex, you know, really well, is we can use it in all of our side pockets. We can use under the lip that you have there is
just
ideal.
on this boat itself, we've got this lip. It's a 45-degree angle, and it will tuck straight up underneath like that. We're not going to damage it. We're not going to catch ourselves on it, and it's going to light out right across the floor like this, and the same on the other side. So all the bottom of the floor is going to be lit up, so it's not directly in our eyes. Mate, that's a brilliant idea.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, and we use that 4 main illumination, so it is really giving you a good compact light, a full spread on this floor. For your smaller side pockets, you know, you might have some small, you know, nooks and crannies. That's where you go for the smaller ones. We're more of a courtesy light rather than a main full illumination. They all will shine at 120-degree spread, so they're all giving you a good
real
coverage
big
of light.
open.
Yep. So, and they're all waterproof. These ones you can cut down to the certain lengths. You might only want half a metre.
Yep.
So
you can actually cut them with the scissors.
That's right.
Cut and just plug and play.
Exactly. And multiple colours. So if you have a blue boat like this one, and you want a bit of blue light just for that.
Oh, a bit of bling bling,
mate.
mate.
Bit of bling bling. Yeah. Hey! So on this one, we'll actually run some in those side pockets.
Just under here?
Yeah, just under there. We'll run some blue along both sides, and we'll also have our white underneath, so we can, you know, depending on what mood you're in.
Whee, there's a go.
Yeah, you can have either light. So, you know,
turn the blue on, mate. Have Jazz
right.
playing, and Eric will be in heaven.
Exactly. and if you want the lights to flash to the beat, we do that as well.
Oh, no, don't tell him that. Goodness sakes. And the good part about it, guys, it all comes in a rolled up pack like that, so you can just roll it out as you need it.
Yeah, it's very easy.
Unreal. Right, guys, I was talking about the anchor well before, okay? What we're going to show is one of the floodlights that we had at the beginning of talking about floodlights, is we're going to be mounting it right here at the front of the boat. And you're probably asking us why we're mounting it there. Well, this particular light we're going to spread out all over the front of the anchor, because we're going down to put with Malky from Lone Star a new electric winch, and that floodlight is going to flood up all this of a night time, so we can see when the anchor comes up, bang, we're not overwinding the winch or anything like that, and it's just going to light up this real area just perfectly. Because, you know, some people are holding torches out there with the electric winches, and it's just sad. So one of these, fully waterproof, everything going good for it. Now the other thing I'm going to tell you about, just while we're out here and it's about to rain on us, is you're probably wondering what that is. It's a little LED light. And the reason I'm showing you this, it's full of resin, and those little yellow chips there is the actual light. Now we're going to mount that inside, down in where the winch is. And the reason we're doing that, if anything goes wrong with your winch or the rope tangles up, which it shouldn't, but sometimes they do, we've got a little itty bitty light that runs on absolutely nothing. So while it runs with the anchor light on,
that's right,
it's just down there. So you can open the hatch, quickly have a look, we've got a tangle, untangle it, out it goes. Another great idea that you had, mate.
Yeah, nice, compact.
Really compact. It is small.
Huge amount of light though for the size. Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to putting this one on and seeing what it looks like.
Yeah.
That's fishing. Yeah, that's fishing.
Right, guys, now the very last LED light that we're throwing on this wonderful boat of ours, mate, and it was only just at the last minute you thought of this, didn't you? And we raced inside and got it. Now it's pretty much a very small white LED light, and it's more of a courtesy light. And what I mean by courtesy light is very simple. Paul come up and said we should mount them here. One here, just at the back of the boat, somewhere just here. One maybe in the middle, and one on the other side. And the reason we're doing that is because when people are getting in and out, like early hours of the morning, putting all our gear into the boat, we want to just light up the back of the boat, just that little bit. And it's not a great bright light, but it's a really good user-friendly light, isn't it?
Yeah, that's right. You can see where you're going. You can see where your handrail is. You can see where your feet need to go.
Yep.
And
waterproof again. And the good part about it is, especially on our Stabicraft here, guys, is if anything ever goes wrong, and nothing ever goes wrong with the beautiful Honda, mate, I'll tell you now, that we can stand out the back and untangle and grab Eric and throw him overboard as well, mate.
That's right. I mean, someone might get their line caught in the prop. You want to lift your engine up, you'll be able to see the light around there to be able to actually pull that line out as well.
So just a little courtesy light, separate switch, and maybe a switch at the back, a waterproof switch at the back of the boat, and we just hit it and it just lights up. That's great. Yep. Another great product. Well, thanks, Paul, for giving us all this gear for this up and new coming boat. It's going to be really good. And are you coming out fishing with us?
I am.
You are?
I am. They normally take me out for burley.
Yeah.
I'm normally the burley man.
Oh, no.
I'll take my tablet and I'll be right.
That's all right. Now, guys, once again, any information on any of this product at all, go to that'sfishing.com.au and seriously go to the website. It has hundreds and hundreds of products there. It's endless. Like I went on your your website the other day, mate. Jeez, it's just endless.
Well, you can browse all night long. That's the good thing about being online.
It's endless. Four-wheel drive stuff, camping stuff, boating stuff. It just goes on and on, doesn't it, mate? Well, thanks a lot, mate.
No worries. Thank you, Brian.
No worries. All right, and that's a big, long tackle talk for That's Fishing.
Thank you.
Catch us.